Hello everyone, and welcome to the Influencer Barbie channel. We have Miss Barbie Roberts, and I am Barbie's assistant. My name is Beverly, and I am an adult Barbie enthusiast. Welcome to our Barbieverse. We create content for people who love all things Barbie as much as we do. In a couple of our previous videos, we have looked at some of the teeny tiny playsets from Five Below, and I'll put some links to those videos up here. And when I found out that Five Below had a teeny tinies strawberry shortcake playset, well, of course I had to go and pick that up. And I wanted to let you know this was actually a bit difficult for me to track down. Normally with the Five Below website, you can do a search for teeny tinies and the different playsets will show up. So I was looking on the Five Below website, searching for teeny tinies and strawberry shortcake, and I would see the other teeny tinies playsets or some of the other toys for strawberry shortcake that Five Below currently has. And if you are a fan of strawberry shortcake, they have quite a collection of strawberry shortcake themed items at Five Below right now. So you can check those out. What I ended up doing was to do a search on Bing and look up Five Below Strawberry Bake, because this is called Strawberry's Bake Shop, and that was how I was able to track this set down. When I was searching for Five Below teeny tiny strawberry shortcake, it didn't come up, so you might have to do a little bit of creative searching in order to actually find this item if you are trying to get it. I ordered it online for in-store pickup, and probably a good thing that I did so, because when I picked it up, they did not have any others of this playset, and when I talked to one of the employees there, they said that a lot of the strawberry shortcake toys had been selling out really quickly. So if you are looking for this set or any of the other strawberry shortcake items, you might want to consider ordering online so that you are able to pick that up rather than taking your chances. So anyway, I wanted to do an unboxing of this toy set here on camera, and we'll take a look at it today. So let us know in the comments, were you a fan of strawberry shortcake? Are you planning to pick up this teeny tiny toy set or any of the other strawberry shortcake themed items that Five Below has right now? Let us know in the comments. I know that also their fashion doll line that Five Below has, called the Glam Squad, they have some strawberry shortcake themed items as well. So a reminder, if you are using sharp objects, be sure to have adult supervision. And we're just going to cut this. I have not unboxed this set yet, so we're doing that right now. Oh, and let's take a look at the back before we take everything out of the box. One of the nice things that Teeny Tinies has been doing has been to show the different items that you get in the play sets and what everything is. So that can be handy sometimes when it's a little bit difficult to identify what some of the items might be. And we'll take a look at our background. So this one is just a red piece of craft paper. Some of the other Teeny Tiny sets have had a little picture on the back that is themed to the playset. So we'll set up our box here so that we can identify everything. Okay, so the first thing that we'll take a look at is this little stove here. And we also get a little strawberry shortcake doll. So the stove is a good size for strawberry shortcake. She's actually kind of short for the stove here. But this little figure, she's all plastic. And the paint job on her is actually pretty good. We'll see if she will stand up. There we go. So the stove, it's pink and it is closed in the back. We have some molded burners on top and molded dials. And it does open. There's a little piece of plastic here in front. And these little trays do come out. So if you didn't want to keep the stove, you could take these trays out and use them in your Barbie house to be cooling racks. And the little drawer at the bottom does come out. So that's actually a fairly nicely detailed piece of furniture for this toy set. Now, obviously, it's going to be very small for Barbie scale, but we did bring in Barbie's little sister Chelsea, and if you have a playroom for Chelsea and her friends, or if you've done a nursery school diorama. Chelsea is, I believe, 7 years old, so a little bit older than nursery school kids. But this would be a good piece of furniture to have in Chelsea's play area, and maybe put a few pieces of foam board on the bottom to raise it up to a little better height for Chelsea. But one of the things that I'm planning to do for Barbie is we're going to do a pool and backyard area, and we'll have a grilling area, and I think maybe a backyard cooking area would be fun for the Roberts area. So maybe we can incorporate our little stove into that. So we'll put that back here. Here we go. And now that we're finished with Chelsea, she can go run off and play. So let's take a look at some of the other items that we get in this set. So we have a basket of strawberries. It is molded on the bottom to look kind of like a basketry pattern. And then we have the strawberries on top. Honestly, the paint job on mine is not that great, but when I went to go and pick this up at Five Below, this was the very last one that they had, and they didn't have any others, so I couldn't swap things out. But I think that we could use a little bit of paint to clean these up a bit. Right now you can see the yellow here, and the texturing on the strawberries is pretty nice looking, but with the paint job being rather off, they look a bit funny. So that's something that we can try to clean up for Barbie and her family. We also have, this is described as being a strawberry pizza. So we have a fruit dessert pizza here. It's a sticker that is on this. And we have 2 strawberry pies. These are also both stickers on here. And the plastic on mine could be tidied up a little bit. They're kind of shallow pies here, but I think these will look nice in the Barbie kitchen. They're a bit of a smaller size pie, so maybe an 8-inch strawberry pie, or perhaps they're strawberry tarts, since they are more shallow pieces. And then this is identified as being strawberry flan. It is all one piece, molded onto the plate, but then it's painted. And my strawberries could use some touching up here. So it look like there's then a strawberry glaze or strawberry sauce that has dripped down the side of the flan onto the plate. So, like I said, I think we'll have to tidy up our strawberries and some of the other pieces in here. We also have a shortcake, and gee, just pulling this out of the box here, it has a sticker around it, and my sticker is on rather wonky. So maybe we can peel that off and restick it in place a little more straight. But then we have what I guess are supposed to be some strawberries on top. They're more of a pink color, so maybe this is a whipped cream or something on top. And then the sticker is supposed to look like then there's some frosting on the side and sliced strawberries. And this piece here is pretty cute. These are heart cookies. And again, this is also one molded piece of plastic. And so these are supposed to look like sugar cookies cut in heart shapes. They're not painted, but maybe we could paint these to make them look a little bit more realistic. We also have a bag of flour. It's all one piece of plastic with just a little sticker on front, slightly crooked, but that can look cute in the Barbie pantry because we know Barbie and her family, they enjoy cooking and baking. And then we also have a container of jam. This one looks a little bit different from how it's shown on the back of the box here. So this is just a molded piece of plastic with a sticker around it to look like jam. But again, that will also look cute in the Barbie refrigerator or pantry. And then we have a little heart-shaped cheesecake with cherries on here. And I believe that we got something pretty much exactly like this in the Five Below pastry shop or sweet shop that we looked at in a previous video. But having doubles for this isn't bad because then Barbie and her friends can all enjoy some cheesecake. We get 2 cupcakes. They're all one molded piece of plastic. And they have some little painting to be the frosting, and then kind of looks like, I guess, some strawberry bits in the frosting, or maybe they're sprinkles for decoration. But again, nice that we have 2, so Barbie and her friends can share. And then we also get 2 frosting pipes so that Barbie and her friends and family can frost our cookies or cupcakes. Put those there. And then we get a pan of strawberry muffins. So the paint job on mine's not especially great, but we could probably clean that up a little bit. That will look nice in our Barbie kitchen. It's flexible, so we can straighten it out a little bit. I believe several years ago there was a Barbie playset that had a muffin pan, and I wasn't really collecting Barbies at the time or building my Barbie house, and so I didn't get that particular set, and now I really wish that I had picked that one up because it would be really nice to have a muffin pan for our Barbie house. And then this is described as assorted berries. So we have some strawberries on here, and I guess they're just set out to be a little tray of fruit. They don't seem to be chocolate frosted or anything. And again, the paint job's not great. And then we also have a pan and rolling pin. This rolling pin is a bit on the small side for Barbie. But I guess she could be rolling out the pie crust for our tarts here with this. Maybe needing to work with a little bit more control, so using a smaller rolling pin for that. I mean, it's meant to be the same scale as our Strawberry Shortcake doll here. And this pan, again, is also a little small, but it could be for cooking one egg at a time for breakfast. And I think maybe we will paint this silver to make it a little bit more realistic for our Barbie house. Oh, and there's a tiny little hole in it so that you could hang it up. So that's cute. Alright, so today we've been looking at the Five Below Teeny Tinies Strawberries Bake Shop set from the World of Strawberry Shortcake. So this is a cute little set. I think it's going to give us some fun things to add to the Barbie kitchen. So let us know in the comments if you are planning to pick up this set or any of the other Strawberry Shortcake items that Five Below has right now, and if you will be incorporating them into your Barbie house. I'm curious to know what our viewers are doing with their Barbies and Barbie homes. And I would love to see it if people would send us some pictures. I think that would be great so that we can see what everyone's doing and maybe give us some ideas for our Barbie home once we get that set up. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really does help our channel to grow. And once we hit some subscriber milestones, we plan to have some fun giveaways. And if you would like a chance of getting a shout out in an upcoming video, just comment below with the hashtag InfluencerBarbie. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you in our next episode here in our Barbieverse. Bye-bye!